The Book of the Dead, Chapter 3.
The Tribunals of Karma. The Tibetan Book of the Dead says, you have been unconscious for the last 3.5 days. As soon as you recover you will have consciousness. What happened? Well, at this moment all samsara, the phenomenal universe, is in revolution. Admission to the electronic and molecular worlds at the moment of death is a tremendous test for man's consciousness. The Tibetan Book of the Dead states that at the moment of death all men fall into a faint that lasts 3.5 days. Max Heindel, Rudolf Steiner, and many other authors sustain that in these 3.5 days the disincarnate ego sees its whole life pass in the form of images, in retrospective order. The said authors state that these memories are contained in the vital body. This is true, but it is only a part of the truth. The images and memories contained in the vital body and its retrospective vision is only an automatic repetition of something similar in the electronic world. At the moment of death and during the 3.5 days following death, our consciousness and inner judgment are liberated by electronic discharge. We then see our whole life pass in a retrospective form. The discharge is so strong that it makes a person fall into a state of coma and incoherent dreams. Only those who possess what is called soul can resist the electronic discharge without losing consciousness. When the 3.5 days have passed, the essence enters a state of lunar-type consciousness. At the moment of death we relive our life in a retrospective form, under electronic discharge. But in a very rapid and terrible way. In the molecular world we again relive the life that has just passed, but in much slower form, because time in the molecular world is slower than in the electronic world. Under lunar influence we relive our life from old age to childhood and birth. Then the disincarnate visit all those places in which they related. They relive each scene of their life, saying and doing the same as they did in life, feeling joy for the good works, and profound moral pain for the bad. It is clear that when the retrospective work is finished we have full awareness of the final result of the life that has just passed. It is then, and only then, that all those who are not definitively lost make the decision to correct their errors and pay their debts. Only those who are completely lost do not respond to the terrible impact of the molecular and electronic worlds. In fact, those beings are already so materialized that they return to the mineral world. This is the Christian hell, Ammit, the Egyptian monster, devourer of the dead, with its giant crocodile jaws, the devourer of hearts, the cosmic vultures that consume the waste and leftovers of humanity, the Roman Avernus, the Hindustan Avachi, etc. All the planes of existence mentioned by Theosophy may be perfectly synthesized in 4 regions: hell, earth, paradise and heaven. That is to say, mineral world, cellular world, molecular world, and electronic world. The final judgment is what decides the fate of the disincarnate. When the retrospective work is finished, we have to present ourselves before the tribunals of karma. In these tribunals we have to answer charges. The ruling of the judges is definitive. It is incorrect to say that all beings pass to the regions of paradise, or to celestial-type states of happiness after judgment. In fact, only a very small minority of beings pass to the ineffable regions mentioned by Theosophy. The final judgment divides the disincarnate into 3 groups. First, those who return immediately. Second, those who rise to paradisiacal and celestial states and return much later. Third, those who enter the mineral kingdom, hell.
Samael Weor, The Book of the Dead.